Okay, so this is also another revision class, okay, and the topic for today, that is classification of drugs, okay. So I think the whole syllabus is complete, and you must know what are the classification of drugs. Okay, there are different, there are many classification of drugs, and each classification अलग अलग indications है, मतलब purpose, what are the different purpose of each classification of drugs, or what are the side effects of each classification of drugs, or what are their action. So this is just a revision class for you, okay. And today I'll be teaching you about the general, okay. This is not only on some specific medication or agent, लेकिन ये general classification of drugs, okay. And I'm going to teach you the common classification of drugs. So there are so many classifications of drugs, okay. In pharmacology there are many, okay, but today I'll be just teaching you about the simple and the common classification of drugs. So let us start with the first one, that is analgesics. So you must have heard about analgesics, okay. So whenever patient is in pain, okay, whether it is acute pain or chronic pain, mild pain, moderate pain, severe pain. Okay, so we give medicines. So those medicines which will reduce the pain. Pain को reduce करने के लिए हम कौन सी medicines देते हैं? Analgesics. Okay, so the main action of analgesics is they are drugs which are used to relieve pain. Okay, if there is any pain on the body, in any part of the body, whether there is pain in the head, we call it as headache. If patient is having eye pain, facial pain, or neck pain, okay, shoulders pain, pain on the hands, pain on the wrist, pain on the palms, or any area of the body, abdominal pain है या leg pain है, cramping हो रहा है या toes में pain है, okay. So any part of the body, if there is any pain, then in such condition we give analgesics, okay. Then second type is anesthetic. I hope you can hear my voice.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
next is anesthetic. Anesthetic also I've already explained to you before. Okay, so an anesthetic or anesthetic is a drug which is used to induce anesthesia. ठीक है, anesthesia का मतलब क्या है? Loss of sensation, loss of there is no sensation, there is no pain, there is no feeling, okay. Pura body there is no awareness, okay. You're not able to feel whenever a patient is whenever the doctor is inserting injection or is doing any procedure on your body, you're not able to feel the pain, पूरा numb हो जाते हैं, ठीक है. Whenever we are giving local anesthesia or we are giving general anesthesia, okay, so there is temporary loss of sensation. Okay, so there is no sensation, there is no awareness. You're not aware of the surrounding, you're not aware of the environment after giving anesthesia. So anesthetic क्या है? It is a medicine, it is a drug which is used to induce or which is used to promote anesthesia. Okay, this is clear with everyone? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now coming to the next is, we call this as and helminthics, or we call it as anti-helminthics. Okay, so these two are the same. Okay, and helminthics or anti-helminthics are a group of anti-parasitic drugs. Anti-parasitic का मतलब है which are against the growth of parasites. Okay, so anti-helminthic drugs, they are medicines, we call it as anti-parasitic drugs. ये क्या करते हैं? इसका function क्या है? It helps to remove or to destroy the worms हमारी organs में. Okay, it can be anywhere. It can be stomach. Stomach में worms हैं, कीड़े हैं, बोलते हैं ना कीड़े, ठीक है. Stomach में worms हैं, या worms can go to the brain also. Brain में worms भी हो सकते हैं, okay. Or there can be worms in the liver, there can be worms in the kidneys, okay. In any part of the organ, these worms, they can enter and they can destroy the organ. So we want to remove the कीड़े हैं, we want to remove the worms, ठीक है? So we do not want any organ of our body to be damaged or to be destroyed. So what do we give? We give medicines, that is anti-helminthics. Okay, a very good example of this group of this agent is tablet albendazole. सुना होगा, ठीक है? Albendazole, mebendazole, ठीक है? ये these are anti-helminthics. Okay, so whenever a person is suffering from, complaining of worms in their body, okay, worms in their organs, then we can always suggest for anti-helminthics. So there are a group of anti-parasitic drugs that expel or that removes the parasitic worms. We call it as helminths. Okay, so in medical term, the worms, we do not say worms, but we call it as helminths. Okay, so we are trying to remove the parasitic worms, or we call it as helminths, and other internal parasites from their body by either killing them or removing them from the body. Okay, so how they are going to be removed? They are going to be removed through feces. जब हम stool pass करते हैं ना, तो worms can come out from the stool. They can come out with the stool. Okay, so worms can come out from the anus with the stool. So that is how we are trying to remove them. And also anti-helminthics can also destroy the worms. Okay, so these are called as anti-helminthics. So you can see in this picture, there's so many types of worms. Okay, so and also if there are worms in our body, if there are worms in our organs, okay, it will destroy the tissues. It will the organs will not function. Okay. The next category is antipyretics. This is also very common. Okay, antipyretics, they are substances that reduce fever. So if a patient is suffering from hypothermia, okay, hypothermia is a condition where the patient's body temperature is very high than the normal temperature. Okay, तो उन conditions पे हम क्या देते हैं? Antipyretics. A very good example of this is tablet paracetamol. Then next is antidotes. Okay, so this also I've already explained to you. Antidote क्या करते हैं? These are medicines or these are drugs that neutralize. Okay, that neutralize or balances the poison. Okay, if a patient has taken a poison, okay, like for example rat poison or any chemicals, okay, that causes poison, that causes toxic waste in the body, that damages the organs of the body. कि अगर उन्होंने poison लिया है तो हमें कुछ देना है to neutralize the effects of the poison. So we called it as antidote. Okay, so a definition of antidote, it is a drug or a chelating substance or a chemical that counteracts. Counteract का मतलब है neutralize, balance करना. Okay, so it is a chemical that neutralizes the effects of a poison, or it neutralizes the effects of another drug. Okay, so we call it as antidote. A very good example of this, I've already explained to you also before. So a very good example of this is charcoal tablet. Okay, एक आते हैं charcoal tablet, that is also an antidote. Okay. Next is anti-inflammatory. So whenever there is inflammation, this also you must have heard mostly in medical surgical nursing. You know? Whenever there is an inflammation in the body, okay, so we give anti-inflammatory drugs. Like example, hydrocortisone, or example, effervescent injection or prednisolone. Okay, so these are these are medicines that will reduce the inflammation process. Okay, it will reduce the inflammation or it will reduce the swelling. So whenever there is a cut or whenever there is an injury on the body, the next process क्या होता है? Inflammation. So we do not want inflammation to happen. So we give anti-inflammatory medicines. Next is anticoagulants. This also I've already explained to you. So anticoagulants they are also called as blood thinners. Okay, anticoagulant, they do not allow coagulation to take place. They do not allow the blood to clot. Okay, So these are chemical substances that prevents or reduce blood clotting or reduce the coagulation of blood, therefore prolonging the clotting time. So they do not allow or they prevent the clotting of blood. Next is antihistamine. Antihistamine, also these are very commonly used, okay, if there is any allergies on the body. Okay, patient is suffering from allergies, skin allergies, or patient is suffering from, patient is having allergies to dust, patient is having allergies to pollen grains. अभी ऐसे मौसम change हो रहा है तो patient is having allergies to, to dust, to pollen grains, to pollution and all that. So they have skin allergies, or they start to sneeze. They are having sneezing. They are having nose blocking, nasal congestion. Okay, तो उस condition में हम क्या देंगे? Antihistamine, which are also called as anti-allergic drugs. Okay, so antihistamine is a drug or another compound that stops the effects of histamine. Okay, it is used specially in the treatment of allergies. Okay, so whenever a patient is suffering from having any allergies, okay, allergic to drugs or allergic to some food or allergic to dust, so what happens? Histamine increases. Okay, histamine is being produced. Do not, okay, so because of that, patient will have sneezing, will have rashes all over the body, they will have redness all over the body, swelling, okay, swelling of the face, swelling of the hands, that is because of allergies. So in such condition, we will give antihistamine. A very good example of antihistamine is tablet cetirizine or tablet levocetirizine or tablet Allegra. These are antihistamine. Okay? Next is antacid. This also is very commonly used, especially in GI problems and a GI disease condition. So if a patient is suffering from acidity, stomach acidity, okay, so we give antacid. And antacid is a substance which neutralizes the stomach acidity. So when too much of HCl, hydrochloric acid produced हो जाते हैं ना हमारे stomach में. So when there's too much of acid, what happens is it will cause heartburn, it will cause indigestion, patient will complain of pain, abdominal pain, stomach upset. Okay? So in such condition, when we want to reduce the HCl acid, we give antacid. Very good example of antacid is tablet Rantac, tablet Pantop. Okay, Pantop, tablet Omeprazole, okay, tablet yes, Rantac also is very commonly used. Okay, there's also Digene, okay, syrup Digene, tablet Digene. So these are all antacid. Then next is anticonvulsant. Anticonvulsant coming from the word convulsant. Convulsant का मतलब है seizures, epilepsy. Okay, so if patient is suffering from any seizures or patient is suffering from epilepsy, then we give anticonvulsant. Okay, so a very good example of anticonvulsant is injection Eptoin or injection phenytoin. Okay. Then next is antibiotics. This is also very commonly used in the hospital. Antibiotic, okay, it is antimicrobial substance which is active against bacteria. Okay, we want to reduce or we want to destroy the growth of bacteria in the body. Okay, we do not want the infection to spread. Okay, so bacteria will cause infection. So we do not want the bacteria. We do not want the bacteria to grow. We do not want the infection to increase. What do we give? Antibiotics. Okay, so there are so many types or categories of antibiotics. Okay, so this will help in fighting the bacterial infection. So if bacteria is the cause of infection, we give antibiotics. If virus is the cause of infection, we give antiviral. Okay, so you remember, if patient is suffering from viral infection, okay, we do not give antibiotics. Okay, only if patient is suffering from bacterial infection, then we give antibiotics. A very good example of antibiotics like tablet azithromycin, tablet monoset, injection Ceftum. Okay, these are all antibiotics. Piptaz, these are all antibiotics. Next is antifungal. Antifungal, fungal comes from the word fungi. Okay, so if infection in the body is caused by fungi, okay, then we give antifungal, we called it as antimycotic drugs. Okay, antimycotic or antifungal is the same. So if we give antifungal, it is a pharmaceutical fungicide or a fungistatic, which is used to treat and prevent the growth of fungal infection. Okay, if patient is suffering from vaginal, especially females, they have vaginal infection and a discharge and burning sensation, okay, smelly discharge coming out from the vagina. Okay, so they are suffering from vaginal infection or vaginitis also. So in such condition, okay, Candida albicans is the most common cause of vaginal infection. So Candida albicans is a fungi. So in such condition, we give antifungal medicine. Okay, so a very good example of antifungal medicine is ketoconazole. Okay, ketoconazole is a very good example of antifungal. Next is antidiuretics, or we call it as antidiarrheal agent. Antidiarrheal agent coming from the word diarrhea. If a patient is suffering from severe diarrhea, okay, diarrhea continuously हो रहा है for 3-4 days, okay, it can take weeks also. So in such patient, what do we give? Antidiarrheal medicine. Okay, so this is a medication which provides symptomatic relief for diarrhea. So if patient is suffering from diarrhea, we give antidiarrheal medication. A very good example of antidiarrheal medication is, you can say, tablet loperamide. Okay, is this clear with everyone? किसी को doubt है? Students, can you hear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I'll stop here for today. Okay, so I will continue tomorrow from antitussive medication. So in the next class, I will continue from antitussive. Okay, so there are many classifications. So I do not want to go. I don't want to teach you everything in one class because it will be very heavy to you. So today I've taught you about like 14 medicines, 13 medicines. Okay, so I will send this slide. I want you to go through this slide, okay, and till antidiarrheal medications, okay, you read each and every slide till antidiarrheal medication. If you have any doubt, you let me know. Okay, is this clear with everyone?